The vast darkness of space stretched endlessly around the research vessel horizon, its sleek metallic hull cutting through the silent void of the Orion sector. Dr. J. Park leaned against the observation window, his breath creating a small fog on the reinforced glass. The quarantine zone before him looked deceptively peaceful, a region most galactic civilizations had marked as forbidden territory for centuries. Lieutenant Hai Kim approached with a sealed container, her movements careful and calculated. Inside, the transparent preservation unit, a strange liquid pulsed with an unnatural blue glow. Years of scientific training had taught her caution, but something about this sample felt different. "Commander," she called softly, "you need to see this." Jay turned, his eyes immediately drawn to the luminescent substance. Unlike previous samples collected from restricted zones, this one seemed to react to light, shifting and swirling like a living organism. The galactic database was clear. This was the infamous hydroplague, a substance that had decimated countless civilizations across multiple star systems. Every known species had strict protocols about this liquid. The Krellian Confederation had lost entire planetary populations. The Zorn Collective had abandoned entire star clusters to prevent contamination. Numerous advanced civilizations had simply erased all research and memories related to the substance. But humans were different. Where others saw absolute danger, they saw an opportunity for understanding. The ship's computer began running initial scans. Complex algorithms compared the liquid's molecular structure against thousands of known biological databases. Traditional scientific models predicted total cellular destruction within moments of exposure, yet the sample remained stable, almost challenging the established scientific understanding. Jay noticed something unusual. The liquid seemed to respond to human proximity, its blue glow intensifying when Lieutenant Kim moved closer. Standard quarantine protocol suggested immediate containment and destruction, but human curiosity was a powerful force. "Run another scan," Jay instructed. Full spectrum analysis. The ship's advanced sensors began their detailed examination. Each layer of data revealed something more intriguing. The substance wasn't just a simple liquid. It appeared to have complex adaptive properties that defied current scientific understanding. Outside the ship's windows, the quarantine zone remained silent. Abandoned research stations from previous civilizations drifted like ghostly monuments to failed exploration. Scattered debris told stories of desperate attempts to contain something beyond comprehension. Lieutenant Kim's hands moved swiftly across the holographic interface. Complex mathematical equations and biological models began forming, challenging everything they knew about molecular interactions. The hydroplague was changing, adapting to their scanning frequencies. "Sir," she said, her voice a mixture of excitement and caution, "the substance is responding." Jay watched as microscopic tendrils seemed to extend from the liquid, almost like tentative exploratory movements. No recorded observation had ever shown such behavior. Every previous encounter with this substance had ended in total destruction. Ship's artificial intelligence began generating warning alerts. Standard protocols demanded immediate ejection of the sample into deep space. But human curiosity had always been about pushing boundaries. "Maintain current analysis," Jay commanded. "Full protective measures in place." The research team worked meticulously, each movement calculated and precise. They knew the risks. Entire civilizations had been wiped out by less. But humans were different. They saw challenges where others saw insurmountable obstacles. As hours passed, the liquid continued its strange dance within the containment unit. It seemed to pulse with an internal rhythm, almost like a heartbeat. Lieutenant Kim's initial reading suggested it was more than just a chemical compound. It was something alive, something sentient. The horizon continued its silent journey through the quarantine zone, carrying with it a potential key to understanding the universe's most dangerous substance. One sample, one moment, potentially the beginning of humanity's greatest scientific discovery, or its ultimate destruction. The blue glow continued to pulse, waiting, watching, adapting. The research facility buzzed with nervous energy. Dr. J. Park stood behind a thick, transparent barrier, watching the first human test subjects prepare for the experimental trial. Each volunteer understood the risks. They were stepping into unknown territory where countless alien civilizations had failed. Dr. Hai Kim prepared the initial dosage, her hands steady, despite the weight of potential consequences. The liquid, now nicknamed Blue Catalyst by the research team, sat in a small glass container, its ethereal blue glow casting soft shadows across the sterile white room. The first volunteer, a former military medical officer named David Lee, rolled up his sleeve. His eyes showed no fear, only a calm determination that seemed quintessentially human. As the first droplet touched his skin, the room went completely silent. Nothing happened. Then everything happened. Within minutes, David's cellular structure began changing. Microscopic cameras captured what no scientific model had ever predicted. The blue catalyst didn't destroy cells, it transformed them. Damaged tissues began regenerating at an impossible speed. Old scars vanished. Microscopic injuries healed instantaneously. The research team watched in stunned disbelief. Where alien species saw a plague, humans saw potential. Where others would have destroyed the substance, these scientists were documenting every single moment. Blood tests revealed extraordinary changes. David's neural pathways were expanding, creating new connections faster than any known biological process. His metabolic rate increased by 300%. Radiation resistance levels jumped beyond any recorded human baseline. Remarkable, Dr. Park whispered, watching the live data streams. More volunteers joined the program. Each responded slightly differently, but the core changes remained consistent. The blue catalyst wasn't destroying human biology. It was upgrading it efficiently, precisely, ruthlessly. Within weeks, the first enhanced humans began showing abilities that defied conventional understanding. Enhanced healing, increased cognitive functions, physical capabilities that bordered on superhuman. The military's initial skepticism transformed into intense interest. The galactic communication network erupted with panic. Alien civilizations began sending urgent transmissions, warning about the potential catastrophe. They had spent millennia containing the blue catalyst, and here were humans not just studying it, but consuming it. "You don't understand the danger," screamed Krellian diplomatic channels. Humanity's response was simple and direct: continued research. Dr. Kim's team discovered something even more fascinating. The blue catalyst seemed to have an intelligent selection process. Not every human could integrate with the substance. It chose its hosts, adapting to specific genetic markers that remained mysterious. Military testing revealed additional layers of transformation. Enhanced soldiers could heal from injuries that would have killed them moments earlier. Their physical strength increased exponentially. Mental resilience reached new heights. The substance wasn't just a biological upgrade, it was a complete evolutionary catalyst. Global governments began discussing the implications. Some saw potential salvation for human expansion. Others feared the unknown consequences. Religious groups debated the philosophical implications of intentional human modification. David Lee, the first test subject, became a living testament to the blue catalyst's potential. His body had transformed into something beyond traditional human limitations. Medical scans showed organs regenerating, muscles rebuilding themselves, neural networks expanding. The research facility became a beacon of hope and fear. Humanity stood at the precipice of a biological revolution. The same substance that had terrified galactic civilizations for millennia was now becoming humanity's greatest scientific achievement. As more data emerged, one thing became clear. Humans were not just studying the blue catalyst. They were beginning to understand it. And in that understanding lay a power that could reshape entire civilizations. The blue catalyst pulsed softly in its containment unit, waiting. The Galactic Council chamber erupted in chaos. Representatives from dozens of alien civilizations watched in horror as human diplomatic channels displayed increasingly alarming reports. The blue catalyst, once a weapon of absolute destruction, was now being systematically developed by humans. Captain Wu Choi stood at the center of a massive research vessel surrounded by enhanced human soldiers. Their bodies showed subtle but unmistakable changes. Skin with a slight metallic sheen, eyes that reflected light differently, movements that suggested impossible strength. Alien warships began gathering at the edges of human-controlled space. The Krellian Confederation launched their most advanced battle cruisers. The Zorn Collective prepared planet-killing weapons. Every known galactic power united with a single purpose: stop humanity's dangerous experiment. Their communications were direct and terrifying. "Cease all research immediately," transmitted the Krellian ambassador, his holographic image flickering with barely contained rage. "The blue catalyst is destruction incarnate." Humanity's response was both simple and provocative. More research. Facilities opened. More volunteers stepped forward. The enhancement program accelerated. Dr. Hai Kim's research team discovered that the blue catalyst worked differently with each human. Some gained incredible healing abilities. Others developed enhanced cognitive functions. A few showed abilities that bordered on the supernatural: rapid healing, increased strength, mental capabilities that defied previous human limitations. Military. Strategists quickly realized the substance's potential. Soldiers could heal from wounds that would have been fatal moments earlier. Their physical and mental capabilities expanded exponentially. Where traditional military training took years, the blue catalyst created enhanced humans in weeks. The first military demonstration shocked the galaxy. A small team of enhanced humans neutralized an entire alien invasion force. They moved with precision, healed instantly, and displayed combat abilities that seemed almost impossible. Traditional weapons became useless against them. Alien civilizations watched in growing terror. Humanity was transforming a weapon of mass destruction into a tool of evolution. Where others saw danger, humans saw opportunity. Diplomatic channels collapsed. Economic sanctions followed. The Galactic Council attempted to isolate human-controlled territories. But humans had already begun spreading, using their newfound abilities to colonize previously impossible regions of space. Space stations that had been abandoned for centuries suddenly became human outposts. Planets considered uninhabitable were terraformed with unprecedented speed. The blue catalyst wasn't just enhancing humans, it was giving them the ability to reshape entire worlds. Captain Choi understood the larger strategy. Each enhanced human was a living weapon, a biological marvel that could survive where others would perish. Radiation, extreme temperatures, toxic environments. Nothing seemed to stop them. The first interstellar conflicts began. Human ships, crewed by enhanced personnel, moved with a speed and precision that shocked traditional military powers. They could repair damage mid-battle, heal injuries instantly, adapt to any combat situation. Dr. Kim's research continued. Each discovery revealed more about the blue catalyst's true nature. It wasn't just a substance, it was an intelligent evolutionary tool that seemed to choose its hosts carefully. Not every human could be enhanced, but those who could were transformed completely. Alien civilizations realized their greatest weapon had become humanity's greatest tool. The hydro plague that had decimated countless species was now being consumed, like water by humans. The universe watched in a mixture of terror and fascination. Humanity was changing the rules of biological warfare, of evolution itself. Captain Choi looked out at the vast expanse of space, understanding that they were writing a new chapter of galactic history. The blue catalyst wasn't just a scientific discovery. It was humanity's ticket to becoming the most dominant species in known space. The transformation had begun. There was no turning back. The first human colonies dedicated to blue catalyst production emerged like lightning rods of transformation. Massive facilities sprawled across previously uninhabitable planets, converting harsh environments into thriving human settlements. Dr. Hai Kim watched as entire planetary ecosystems changed. Humans weren't just surviving in extreme conditions, they were reshaping them. Toxic atmospheres became breathable, radiation-soaked landscapes transformed into agricultural zones. The blue catalyst turned impossible environments into human territories. Production facilities worked around the clock. Specialized tanks cultivated the mysterious blue substance, carefully monitored by enhanced human researchers. Each batch showed slight variations, adapting to specific human genetic markers. Military outposts became centers of rapid human expansion. Enhanced soldiers could survive where traditional human technology would have failed. Extreme cold, scorching heat, toxic atmospheres. Nothing seemed to stop them. Captain Wu Choi led the first major interstellar colonization fleet. Ships filled, with enhanced humans moved through space like living weapons. Their bodies could repair radiation damage, survive zero-oxygen environments, heal from injuries that would have killed normal humans instantly. Alien civilizations watched in growing terror. Human colonies began spreading faster than any known species in galactic history. Where traditional colonization took decades, humans completed planetary settlements in months. The economic impact was immediate and devastating. Human traders could survive in trading routes that were previously impossible. They negotiated from positions of unprecedented strength. Their enhanced bodies and adaptive capabilities made them the most valuable workforce in the galaxy. Research facilities became the new centers of power. Each breakthrough in blue catalyst understanding opened new possibilities. Some humans developed telepathic communication abilities. Others could process information at speeds that seemed impossible. Planetary governments struggled to control the rapid transformation. Some embraced the change. Others tried to resist. But humanity's momentum was unstoppable. The first fully enhanced human colony established itself on a planet previously considered uninhabitable. Radiation levels that would have killed traditional humans became merely a mild inconvenience. Atmospheric conditions that would have crushed normal human bodies became comfortable living environments. Agricultural developments accelerated. Enhanced humans could work continuously. Their bodies required minimal rest. Metabolic efficiency meant they could survive on minimal resources. Entire planetary ecosystems were transformed in years instead of centuries. Military strategists realized the blue catalyst was more than a biological enhancement. It was a complete evolutionary tool. Humans were becoming something entirely new, a species that could adapt faster than any known biological system. Alien diplomatic channels went silent. Traditional power structures collapsed. Humanity moved from a minor spacefaring species to a dominant galactic force in less than a decade. The transformation wasn't just physical. Enhanced humans developed new social structures. Communication methods changed. Their understanding of survival and cooperation evolved rapidly. Research teams discovered that the blue catalyst wasn't just changing bodies. It was changing consciousness. Humans became more connected, more understanding, more capable of complex problem-solving. Space exploration accelerated. Regions of space that were previously considered impossible to navigate became human territories. Faster than light travel seemed within reach. Planetary terraforming became a standard practice. Captain Choi understood they were writing a new chapter of human history. The blue catalyst wasn't just a scientific discovery. It was humanity's evolutionary leap. Alien civilizations that had once threatened humanity now watched in complete silence. The human revolution was unstoppable. The hydro-revolution had begun. The blue substance continued to pulse, waiting, watching, transforming. Humanity was becoming something entirely new. The final revelation came unexpectedly. Dr. J. Park stood before the Galactic Council, his enhanced body radiating a subtle energy that made alien representatives nervous. Behind him, holographic displays showed decades of research into the blue catalyst. "This is not a plague," he announced. "It's an evolutionary key." Humanity had discovered the truth. The substance that had terrified galactic civilizations for millennia was actually an advanced biological catalyst, specifically designed to interact with human genetic structure. Every other species had been fundamentally incompatible. The Krellian ambassador watched in horror as Park explained how humans were the only species capable of integrating with the substance. Millions of years of genetic preparation had made humans the perfect hosts. Where other civilizations saw destruction, humans saw potential. Enhanced human colonies now dominated over 40% of known space. Planets once considered uninhabitable became thriving human territories. Entire star systems transformed under human influence. The blue catalyst wasn't just changing individual humans, it was reshaping entire planetary ecosystems. Captain Wu Choi led the diplomatic revelations. His enhanced body moved with impossible grace, a living testament to human potential. Every movement demonstrated the incredible transformation humans had undergone. The galactic power structure collapsed overnight. Alien civilizations that had spent millennia building complex defense systems found themselves obsolete. Humanity's adaptive capabilities rendered traditional warfare meaningless. Dr. Hai Kim's final research uncovered the deepest mystery. The blue catalyst was more than a biological enhancement. It was an intelligent system that had been waiting for the right species. Humans were not just its hosts, they were its chosen evolutionary path. Military strategies became irrelevant. Enhanced humans could survive in environments that would destroy traditional biological systems. Radiation, extreme temperatures, toxic atmospheres, nothing could stop them. The first fully transformed human colonies began exploring regions of space previously considered impossible. They moved with a collective consciousness, their enhanced bodies working together with an efficiency that shocked traditional understanding. Alien diplomatic channels went silent. The Galactic Council became a museum of obsolete power structures. Humanity had not just changed the game, they had rewritten the entire rulebook of galactic evolution. Economic systems transformed. Human traders could survive in trading routes that would have killed other species. Their adaptive capabilities made them the most valuable workforce in the known universe. Research facilities became the new centers of power. Each breakthrough revealed more about human potential. Some enhanced humans developed abilities that bordered on the supernatural: advanced healing, enhanced cognitive functions, near instantaneous learning. The blue catalyst had chosen humanity as its evolutionary vector. Millions of years of genetic preparation had led to this moment. Where other species saw a weapon of mass destruction, humans saw a path to transcendence. Planetary governments that tried to resist were quickly overwhelmed. The human transformation was unstoppable. Enhanced humans could work continuously, survive in impossible conditions, and adapt faster than any known biological system. Dr. Park's final presentation to the remaining alien representatives was both a revelation and a warning. Humanity was no longer just another species. They were becoming something entirely new. The blue substance continued to pulse in research facilities, a living testament to humanity's potential. It had waited millions of years for the right species. And now, it had found them. Alien civilizations watched in a mixture of terror and fascination. The human revolution was complete. The galactic reckoning had arrived. Humanity had transformed from a minor spacefaring species to the most adaptive force in known space. The universe would never be the same.